this. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's meeting. This is a special one if you are in Nigeria. Today is a Democracy Day celebration. I hope we are actually getting the freedom we so desire. But if you are not given, you can create one for yourself. Okay, so please, where are you joining us from? If I can get from the chat to know where you are joining us from, just give me from the chat room. Type it in. Where are you joining us from? Let's just have a roll call. I do know more people will be coming in, but where are you joining us from? I see people are coming in. So where is your location? So already I see Bankibi is joining us from Lagos. Lasgidi Ekoni Baje. Thank you, Madam Chichi, joining us from Jos. I just came back yesterday from the tour of Abuja, Jos, Zaria, and Kaduna. Thank you for being a great host. And I keep seeing the testimonies coming in from Jos. It's so hot. Who else is joining us already? Like I said, I think Dr. Mike is joining us from the US. Who else is in the room? Please just notify us where you are joining us from. Let's make this interactive and let's make this happen. So if you can hear me, tell us where you are joining us. While you are typing, let's continue. So again, welcome to Drink and Grow Rich. My name is Solomon James, and we've had a break. Uncle Tokwe Doro Jola, thank you for joining in for tonight's meeting. Also, I think we last had a meeting about 3 weeks ago, so we've had like a 3 weeks break. More especially, I had a 2 week store, so a lot of things had to be on hold so that we get back, and I got back yesterday. So we are back to the seat, and we are making the push for what we believe everyone should be a part of. So thank you, Dr. Mike, again, joining in from the USA. As we make this event happen tonight, let's be clear with a disclaimer that you can see that this information that we will be sharing tonight is not intended to replace the services of trained health professionals or to be a substitute for medical advice. You are please advised to consult with your healthcare professionals with regards to matters relating to your health, particularly regarding matters that may require diagnosis or medical attention. The information shared here is for informational and educational purposes only. Please do know that the Food and Drug Administration have not evaluated these statements. This material is created for the express purpose of sharing educational information and scientific research gathered from the studies and experiences of authors, healthcare professionals, scientists, nutritionists, and informed health advocates. Before beginning any practice relating to your health, diet or hydration, we highly recommend that you first obtain the consent and advice of a licensed healthcare professional. And like we said, this is not trying to replace your relationship with your doctors. This information is again intended as medical, it's not intended as medical advice, but again, we are rather sharing knowledge and information from our research, our experiences as presenters, and the presenters encourage you to make your own healthcare decisions based upon your research and in partnership with, again, a qualified healthcare professional. You and only you are responsible if you choose to do anything based on what you will be hearing tonight. So with that, let's get started. Thank you, Mr. Mike, joining in again from Lagos. There's a fun fact out there for me. This, according to a Lohari poll, stating that 96% of the people lying awake at night, people are disturbed about two things. People are concerned about their health, and people are concerned about their finances. As I had a tour around the northern states last week, I kept emphasizing on this. This is not the time to be sick in our country, Nigeria. Our best hands are actually leaving the land, and people are pressured, the healthcare is pressured. So if you have a health challenge right now, it's a major challenge, and that's enough to keep people awake at night. If you have a financial challenge, it's another major challenge. However, if you have both a health challenge and a financial concern, In the university, we call that a 4-unit course. And that's a major for anybody who is actually grappling with health challenges and financial challenges. And for a couple of us on this call, we know people in that category, which is why I also like to address what I call the illness-wellness continuum. Because as you look around us, we have a high level of premature death. And the signs are there. People don't pay attention to the signs. The signs develop to symptoms before you know there is increased disability and now premature death. However, while we do these things week in, week out, either virtual or in-person meeting, is to create awareness. In the words of Robin Sharma, he said, better awareness will create better choices, and better choices will create better results. So as we create awareness, we educate ourselves, and collectively, now we grow into a higher level of wellness. I tell people that what we drink matters. People feel we can just drink anything. No, you can't just drink anything. I like to reference the book of John, chapter 4, verse 13. And this is Jesus was having a discussion with a woman by the well. The woman was telling Jesus about Abraham's well and the water therein. And Jesus said unto her in John 4, verse 13, the New Living Translation. Jesus replied, anyone who drinks this water, referencing our water, will soon become thirsty again. But those who drink the water that I give will never be thirsty again. Now, instantly puts us in the picture that they are talking about two types of water. Jesus is telling her, your water will make people thirsty again. I have my own water, people will not be thirsty again. But it went on to say, he said, it becomes a fresh bubbling spring within them, giving them eternal life. What does that mean? Whatever you take will become something. Jesus said, what I will give to you will become a fresh bubbling spring. It means what your water is not neutral. It can become something good. It can become something bad. What does that say to us? Not all water is created equal. There are places around the globe you got to hear of healing water, miracle water, wonder water. They exist. Places like Lourdes in France, we have in Germany, we have in Mexico, we have in India, we have the Zamzam water from Saudi Arabia. Even in the southwest here, we have a place called the Oshu Ikogosi spring water, where you see people lining up, queuing up, telling you the water has healing effect on their health when they take this water. Again, science does not endorse things until it's proven. Now, all of this began in 1950 when science began to search out why certain bodies of water has healing properties and others don't. At the end of this, what was discovered was that there was a common thread to all these locations with healing properties in their water, was that this water contained what they call active hydrogen. Now, active hydrogen serves as antioxidant, serves as anti-aging, and serves as what we now refer to as OROP. I'll be throwing more light on that. Now, this is Mr. Oshiro, the founder and the president, the CEO of the company called Energic. Energic is a Japanese company manufacturing medical-grade Kangen water machines, which provide healthy therapeutic water for in-home use. So Energic does not sell water, please. Energic only produces medical grade machines that helps to turn your water into medical water. Now, the word Kangen itself is a Japanese word. It simply means return to origin. So when we talk about Kangen water, we are referencing a type of water that helps the human body to reset and go back to origin, perhaps. Best way to put it is how God actually intended your body to function optimally. Now, this company has been around for a while. Today is 12. In the next 7 days, this company will be just 7 days, 21. Okay, in the next 9 days, this company will be 50 years old. In the next 9 days, this company will be 50 years old. So this 12, okay, June 21. So what does that say to you? When you have a company that's been around for 50 years, that's longevity speaking. So it's not something that is on trial. You may have been getting to hear about it for the very first time, but please do note that this company will be celebrating its 50th anniversary in less than 2 weeks' time. Now, this company has presence in 26 countries. When we say presence, we mean offices. There are over 200 countries, but they have presence in 26 6 countries, 43 locations servicing the rest of the world. As you can see that there is a presence. Nigeria is on the African map, but we have this machine in Ghana, we have it in Kenya, we have it in South Africa, we have it in many other African countries. But this is where the company has opened up an office to serve that region. So right now, Nigeria is serving the African continent, and our office is at 105 Adeni Jones in Ikeja in Lagos. And the Nigerian office was just opened about 13 months ago, May 10th, 2023. The Nigerian office was officially opened. Now, this is their factory in Osaka in Japan, where all these machines are being produced, manufactured, and crafted from the ground floor, no outsourcing and all of that. And you know it's Japanese. And once you remember, you think Japan, you are thinking quality, you are thinking longevity, you are thinking originality. And this has actually enabled them to gather awards, certifications, and documented recognitions. But two are outstanding for us. One is from the Japanese Ministry of Health. In Japan, this device is endorsed and recognized as a medical device. Somebody might say, oh, probably that's because it's the home country of the manufacturer. Not so. Because even the International Standard Organization also certified this device as a medical device, giving it the ISO 13485. You may do well to go to your online, go to Google and just type in the ISO 13485. And you discover it's a number only attached and given to medical grade devices. So when people come and say, oh, we also do this, we also do things similar to what you'll be getting to hear tonight, the question, or today, depending on wherever you are watching this, the question will be, is it a medical device? Or it's just another machine? So understand that we are well certified as a medical device, and it's the only company on planet Earth in the water system that has a medical grade certification of their machines. This is what our flagship product looks like. We call it the SD501. This is what the machine looks like. This is a flagship product. The SD501 is actually a state-of-the-art technology helping to create 5 types of water. It produces what we call Kangen water, clean water, beauty water, strong Kangen, and strong acidic. So basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of water. But in terms of the pH range that is available for your use, there are 7 types of pH. The drinkable water is 8.5, 9, and 9.5 pH. You can vary the pH that you want. You can start lower and go higher. You can start higher. You can choose whatever you want. Your clean water from our elementary school, they told us a pH of 7 and it's neutral. Your beauty water is the same pH with the human skin. You may do well to type into your Google and ask for the pH of the human skin. You discover it's 4.5 to 5.5 stretching to 6. Your strong Kangen water is 11.5 is 11.5, while your strong acidic is 2.5. So we have 5 types of water and 7 categories of the pH for us to take. Now, when we actually discussed what they found in the bodies of water that were like healing waters around the world, we said one of the things they found was active hydrogen, and active hydrogen is broken into antioxidant, anti-aging, and the ORP. For those of us who are in the know, you will understand that antioxidants and antioxidation helps in reversing stress. They help in handling stress. Now, you don't want oxidation. Oxidation ages us. The more you get exposed to oxidation, the more you will age. Oxidation is sickness. Antioxidant serves as anti-aging also. Get yourself an apple tonight. Cut it into 2, or probably tomorrow. You'll discover within 3 to 5 minutes your apple is going brown. What is happening? That's oxidation before your eyes. Get some beautiful brown new nails. Few days later, they are rusty. Again, what is that? That is oxidation. What else is oxidation? Your tomatoes. I just came back from Jos, and they call them tomatoes Jos, fresh-looking tomatoes. Well, few days later of exposing these tomatoes, this is what you see. That is oxidation. If your tomatoes is getting oxidized, if the human body can also be getting oxidized and it's aging us, if your apple is getting oxidized, ladies and gentlemen on tonight's call, what is in your glass of water? Now, like I said, people think all glass of water is the same. No, it's not. The formula for water is H2O, oxygen is involved. Many of us get water, we keep them open, we drink, just take a sip, we leave it exposed, not knowing that it is getting oxidized. Your water dies. Your water loses value. Same taste, same color or look, okay? Might look as if nothing is changing, but something is actually changing that is not noticeable with your naked eye. So today we have good water, we have bad water. However, every time living tissues get exposed to oxidation, the end product is sickness. How do we get to trace this? That is where we bring in the oxidation reduction potential, the OROP again. And if you take it backward, it means potential to reduce oxidation. Your job, my job, as we go through God's planet Earth, is to reduce oxidation. We are seeing the impact on nature. We are seeing the ozone layer being depleted by the things how we harm the earth and the things we burn and all of that. Now, once we come to your liquid and we check your liquid, they are positive, it's oxidized. It's not helping your body much. All forms of bottled water is 200 to 300 plus. Your tap water is 300 plus. Your soda drink, your Coke, Fanta, 7-Up, Mirinda, whatever brand you're addicted to, may not be helping your body as much. It's positive. However, when we go to the right, you see things like green tea, and you see the Arabs, the Asians consume lots of green tea. There is a reason for that. It's a negative ORP. Your fresh fruits, your vegetables, those of us that blend our fruit, our vegetables to have those drinks, those smoothies, those juices, those are very helpful for your health. Your vitamin C is minus 100. Your cod liver oil is minus 200. But you see, a glass of Kangen water, we get to see that minus 400 and above. Now, everything that will be seen on your left will be aging and highly oxidizing. And everything that comes to your right, it's good for your body, helping to reduce oxidative stress. So let's take a walk into the lab and let's consider a demo on how this plays out. Take a look. So this is your tap water. And we have here bottled water. Oh, I've been correcting myself these days because we call this bottled water, but these are plastic water. Okay, that's not a bottle. So we have that mineral water. We have another mineral water, plastic water. We have a soda drink represented by Fanta, by 7-Up. Again, that's another plastic drink. Then we have a Kangen water here. And at a look, you find out they all look alike. When you look at all your containers, they are alike. You wouldn't have been able to tell which is good, which is bad. But this is where we introduce our ORP meter. Remember, we said if it is positive, it's bad. If it's negative, it's good for you. So let's go back and test this. So we put into the tap water. We see our tap water at over 400 positive, very, very bad. We see the reverse osmosis water over 400 for this particular one. We see the mineral water, this one that is in view, 400 plus. We see this other mineral water, 430 plus. We see our soda drink. Take a look, 500 plus. It's very, very oxidized. Then suddenly you see your Kangen water and you are seeing a negative in front, minus 480, 490, 503, 516, 525, 545, and it's going up. Now, if we didn't test this, how would you have known? You would have thought they are all the same. No, they are not. Now, there's a book I like to reference. The title of the book is Healing is Voltage, written by Dr. Jerry Tennant. For the human body to maintain itself, your body needs about minus 20 to 25 millivolts of charge. For your cell to begin to repair and body rejuvenation, you need about minus 50 minimum millivolts of charge. But rather than having a minus 50 millivolts of charge, because once your body goes below minus 20, 25, then you're already looking at cancer. But here we are seeing our tap water was in a positive 400. Instead of a minus 50 minimum, we're having a positive 400. It means that tap water was 8 times not helping your body. The bottled water, first bottled water, RO water wasn't also helping. 400 plus positive. That's 8 times not helping your body. The other one was 8 times not helping your body. We saw our soda drink tested here was 500 plus. What does that mean? 10 times not really helping your body. Then you saw your Kangen water at the minus 500 and counting. Even at the minus 500, this water is 10 times powerful to help your body heal and repair itself. If we didn't test it, you wouldn't have known. Now, just one glass of Kangen water is equivalent to 94 bananas. The antioxidant trapped in 94 bananas is what you get in just one glass of Kangen water. Now, I tell people, none of us on this call can consume 94 bananas, even if you are an advanced monkey. Your carrot, 38 carrots, is equivalent to just one glass of Kangen water. 64 apples is equivalent to just one glass of Kangen water. So please, wherever you see this and somebody gave you a glass of Kangen water, the person is giving you 64 apples to consume, because that's the antioxidant value of what you are taking. And no wonder people are having tremendous results and testimonies that we get to hear every day, especially the ones popping out from the city of Jos. The second thing that comes to mind when we talk about water, people talk about alkalinity, alkaline water. It's on the rise. And I tell you, anybody can produce alkaline water. Get your baking soda, put it in your tap water, it becomes alkaline, but your kidney will pay the price. I see people buying solutions, they drop the solutions into your liquid solution into your water, and they say your water becomes alkaline. Those are more chemical generated stuffs that will hurt you and harm you. Well, if you did any form of chemistry, or this chart should be familiar to you. If your color range goes to the left, is acidic. If your color range goes to the right, is acidic. And anything acidic is sickness. Anything alkaline is good for you. So how do we know if our bodies of water is helpful? Let's go back to the lab and see what we had on our table. So again, the same bodies of water, but now we introduce something new. This is a pH tester. We'll call it methylene drop. Those of us that did chemistry, remember your titration classes? Now, this is it. All you just did for me, I normally just put a drop, and you see the color changes. You can see the color variations. Take a look. Look at the color: green, orange, blue, purple. And again, if you look at the color chart, if it's going to the right, it's good. If it's going to the left, it's bad for you. So again, you find out that a Kangen water is seriously, that's the last one there, very alkaline. But why do we take Kangen water? This is what happens when you take Kangen water. Remember, Kangen means back to origin. Look at this acidic drink. It raises it back. It raises the body back to become alkaline. Look at this Fiji mineral water. It is now more alkaline. Take a look at this Evian water, very expensive water in the US. But take a look at our soda drink, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing is changing. We say we die here. Now, many people like to consume this 3, 4, 5 bottles a day. Some people are addicted to this. Well, they know not. This is just what a sip, a cup of soda does to the body. You can see it acidifies the solution. The solution that was already becoming alkaline, it has returned back to acid. So imagine turning in 1 bottle, 2 bottles, 3 bottles into this glass. What are you doing? You are actually increasing the concentrate of the acidity that is in the body. But what we don't know is the research of Dr. Otto Warburg, the man who discovered the real cause of cancer in 1923 and received the Nobel Prize in 1931. In his work, The Metabolism of Tumors, he demonstrated that all forms of cancers are characterized by 2 basic conditions, what he called acidosis and hypoxia. What is acidosis? Those are pet bottles, those are drinks, what we've just showed you. To your Coke, your Fanta, your Mirinda, and all those things, they are acid. How does this help your body? Knowing that cancerous tissues are acidic, healthy tissues, they say, are alkaline, that diseases cannot thrive in alkaline environment, but diseases flourish in acidic environment. So the more we are acidifying the body, we are basically watering ourselves, preparing our body for the diseases ahead. I tell people that the disease of 2024 and beyond is not an accident. It's basically an harvest of our consumption, of our lifestyle. A lot of diseases today are lifestyle issues. So this is why you want to reverse the process, get your Kangen water, break the acidity in the body, and get your health back to optimum. Number 3 is what we call microcluster. Many of us get to drink water and we feel very bloated. Even though the human body, 70% they say is water, 30% is solid. People say we are what we eat. I say, no, you are not what you eat. What you eat just makes 30% of the body. You are what you drink. The human body can go up to 3 weeks without food. You can't go 3 to 5 days without taking getting hydrated. You'll be kicking. Your lips will be broken up, and you know the effect when you don't take water. It means your sustaining force is more of water or liquid than the solid we take. Your lungs is 90% water. Your blood is 82% water. Your skin is water. Your muscle is water. Your brain is water. Some people talk about brain fog and all of that. We're having children acidifying themselves with so much soda drinks and sugar sweetened beverages, and not knowing that just a little water, not just a little, get them more water to actually increase their intelligence, their knowledge, their retention. It works. Your bone is with 2% water. People are complaining about arthritis and the rest. And once they walk a little bit, they are tired. What do you think they go to do? They grab more soda drinks, Coke, Fanta, 7-Up, Mirinda, and the likes, just to get their energy. And yet those things are acidic. And you saw what happened when without turning the bottle, the Kangen water into that 7-Up, it was only just diluted. It was still acidic. What are you really doing? Why do we need water? We need water for basically two things. Number one, to channel nutrients to the body. Because I tell you, it doesn't matter what you eat. If it does not get to the cell, it's a waste. Your biology will reveal to you that the smallest unit of the body is the cell. From the cell, you have the tissue. From the tissue, you have the organ. From the organ, you have the system. And from the system, you have the man. You intend to change the man, please go back to the cell. So here we are eating our meals, eating your rice, eating your fufu, whatever, and yet these things are taking time to digest for the cell to extract. Before you know, you go to the restroom, you pass it out. Do you really think you are nourishing your body? You need water to channel these nutrients to the body. Secondly, you need water to detox, because if you eat and consume all the various things we take in and we don't flush out these toxins, they will come back to hurt your body. So let's talk about the microclustering effect here, because our regular water is not helping us as much. It's 15 to 20 molecules in size, and larger clusters limit absorption by the body. I've seen people have a whole, like keep saying bottled water. They are not bottled water, but for your understanding, you buy a bottled water, you can travel from Jos down to the east, and yet you've not finished the bottle of water, because you take a little sip, you feel bloated. That the molecules are heavy. They are macro water, so they are retained in your tummy. However, Kangen water is 5 to 6 molecules, very, very micro. They allow greater penetration and easy absorption by the body. I mean, I was in Jos, I was in Abuja, and people keep saying, I drink the water, I don't feel it. I'm feeling lighter, I'm looking lighter. What is happening? That water is very, very micro. You finish drinking 5 liters and it looks as if you've not taken anything. Let's take you back to the lab so that you can see how this plays out. Now, this is a twinning tea. I like to use, this is a green tea, and you can use any tea, but you see, you put this tea in 2 different glasses. Everything here is more practical. Then we use our tap water. Again, we use our Kangen water. The same process. Can you see your Kangen water is extracted instantly? The other one is not extracted. So Kangen water is so micro to burst into the tea bag and extract. But in case you think there is something special about the tea we use for the Kangen side, let's just take an extract, because what you eat matters that it gets to the desired location. Your water is helping your health. Your water might be hurting your health. So we've extracted it, divided it into 2. Take a look. One water is diluting your meal. Another water is making another tea. Can you see that? What does that mean? Just a glass of Kangen water is extracting, you are getting maximum absorption, is extracting the nutrients. So you eat your rice, you eat your beans, whatever you eat, and you drank your Kangen water, it multiplies the nutrients, it extracts it. Now you finish eating your meal and you say, oh, let me wash it down, and you grab one of the soda drink, you just poison your meal. Why? Your rice, your beans, your yam, potato, whatever you take, they are organic, they are natural, they have value. But ladies and gentlemen, those soda drinks tell me the value there: sugar, synthetic water, acid. And we've already showed you that it's acidic. So you use acid to wrap what is supposed to be healthy to the body. And you are wondering why you are still sick. Consider this as something to observe, to eliminate as fast as possible. A couple of doctors, people in the field of medicine are talking about this. People, heart surgeon, cancer-related, naturopathic brain, autism specialist, and a whole lot more. But a couple of books also for your recommendation. I would strongly recommend you read this book, Change Your Water, Change Your Life. It's the Bible of the industry. When you read this book, it's a 60-page book you can finish in about an hour or thereabout. But I tell you, I tell people, you think you are in a church healing crusade. The kind of testimonies you get to read out from the books looks so unreal. We had so many strange testimonies coming out from Jos. I mean, people just stand up my ear. I was having ear problem. I wasn't hearing. I drank the water. It looks so funny that sometimes I had to open the book and show them same testimonies that they were sharing recorded in the book in the US, and they are here in Nigeria and wherever you may be. Please get your hand on this book. Order for this book if you do not have it. Then we have Killing Cancer, Not People. This one was written by Dr. Bob Wright. Bob Wright is the founder of the American Anti-Cancer Institute and the International Wellness Research Center. He wrote this book 20 years ago. In his view, cancer is bad, but what kills more than cancer is chemo and radiation. I was in just when a woman met me and said, oh, the husband had just undergone 31 radiation in 31 days. The doctor said he should have died because, in fact, they gave him so much chemo. The doctor says, we can't give you, we don't know what to treat with again. Please just go home. And that was how the woman came to the center in Jos. Listen, Dr. Bob says, stop killing the people, kill the cancer. But he also make a discovery, chapter 6 of this book, a lot amongst other things. He said step 3 of the cancer diet, that restructured ionized water could save your life. And he gave 3 major reasons. Number 1, because of the low microclustering capability, which is the last demo we just did, the ability of the water to permeate into your body very fast, micro. Number 2, the strong alkalinity. So you could see that when we did the pH test, Kangen had the highest in the alkalinity range. And number 3, most importantly, the low negative ROP. For those of us who had watched that demo session, you'll find that other bodies of water were in the 300 to 400, even your soda drink was 500, and we saw Kangen water in the minus 500. And I said that was 10 times faster for your body to heal itself. So Dr. Bob Wright is saying most importantly that you should understand that qualification. He had qualified. He said, yeah, there are many factors, but once you have this negative ROP, he said, I believe that ionized water is mandatory baseline requirement for those with cancer. In fact, somebody from Jos was sharing with us. She came the next day. I mean, after the doctors have told the husband, go, we can't treat you anymore. The husband has been locked in, no energy, not coming out. And she came in, had the story, got the water, gave the husband, and went back home. And the next day went out only to come out for the first time, saw the husband outside. She was shocked. She ran in, checked the bag, the 5-liter of water she had gotten. The husband had exhausted it. And she was racing back to the center too, because it was happening too fast before her eyes. Dr. Bob Wright recommends that you take this if you want that result for people with cancer, stroke, and all those kind of things. This is Dr. Shia. Some of us have heard of the Shia method. This is the man that invented the medical process called colonoscopy. He wrote this book, The Enzyme Factor. On it, he stated, he said, diets for the future that will prevent heart disease, cure cancer, and even stop type 2 diabetes. When I saw cure cancer, I said this couldn't have been possible. But when you consider this guy is a professor of surgery at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine, if you know Albert Einstein, then you understand science. So when you have the his College of Medicine, then you understand the science accumulation there, and you don't just come out and say anything. It will be fact-checked, it will be verified. So this is somebody who is not just a medical doctor, he is a medical inventor. The entire globe uses his invention. And this man has performed over 360,000 colonoscopy procedures using Kangen water with a 100% success rate. No failure, no reversal, which again, I recommend. Please get this book and read. In it, he states that the Kangen water is alkaline-rich water considered to be the very best drinking water because of its incomparable powers of hydration, detoxification, and even anti-oxidation. These are some of his books, and these are also some of his works. We have videos to all of this so that you can see when he's doing it and talking about it. Inflammation, you are sick. 3 months drinking the water, everything cleared and clean. This is chronic constipation, 45-year-old lady, not drinking enough water and already probably living on sodas. The breast is becoming cancerous. She started drinking the water, and what do we know? 3 months down the line, that is reversed. This is chemotherapy. Again, this is even a case of prostate. And you know, for men 40 and above, we're having issues with prostate. Once your PSA is above 5, you know, you've got to actually please go see your doctor or do something about it. But even with chemo being done to stop the spread, 3 months just drinking Kangen water, the entire thing is being reversed. I have a Mr. Jide whose PSA was 24 and afraid to go for the surgery, spending so much money, 517,000 every month just to take pills rather than go for the surgery. And he wasn't getting any better. And he was referred to me and he came. I just showed him how the water helps. And he started taking the water. And ladies and gentlemen, 6 weeks, he came back. He had gone to the doctor. The doctor said, "What were you taking?" He said, "What's happening?" They ran their test. His PSA has dropped from 24 to 0.7 in 6 weeks. I have a man whose PSA was 1,000, crazy, out of range in my mind. Started drinking the water in the space of 7 days. His PSA, he had lost 600. It was now dropped, it has dropped to 400, and he kept at it. So we've had too many testimonies. These are just samples for your review. Then we'll talk about somebody saying, somebody can't hear me. I've lost sound from my end. Please, if you can hear me, give me a 1 in the chat. Let me be sure that it's not from my end. But there's a response there that is okay. Go out and come in. Please, can you hear? Okay, Bankibi can hear me, so we are good to go. We are good. So please, if you can't hear me, log out, log in again, and you'll get it. All right. So this is Madam Titi. She also is a survivor of cancer. She had done 6 chemo. She was counting her days. They had given her the number of days. She was just counting it out. And when somebody invited her to drink the Kangen water, the first thing she noticed within 24 hours, because of the massive number of chemo she had done, was the toxicity. She had high palpitation at night. She couldn't sleep. But drinking the water, she discovered just 24 hours, the palpitation ceased. The picture in the middle was a picture of her 5 weeks after drinking Kangen water. I was in that meeting with her. And again, 4 months down the line, I remember the day she walked in, and I was having a meeting, and she had come into the door, and I said, "Oh, that's the lady I was talking about." And she said, "Oh, I'm coming from the hospital. I have an update." I said, "What's the update?" She said, "The doctors had just ran their tests for the day." And they looked at her, they said, "What have you been taking?" She said, "What's the problem?" They said, "You have no history of cancer, past, present, or future." We have these stories replicated amongst us. And people think it's a scam. No, it's not scam. These things, they are no Ponzi. These things are no hype. These are people's individual story. But I had a beautiful experience in Jos. I mean, it's like we had like 10 people standing up and 10 different testimonies, just sharing, each one just different. And people are wondering what is happening here. I said, that's the power of what we are revealing. People with diabetes, people with high blood pressure. We just posted a picture, a video this evening of the woman who said she has been running around the hospital there just this evening, just less than an hour ago or so. And her blood sugar, no, was her BP was 230 something over 135 or 150. So I mean, 200 over 200 over 130 something. And the nurse was screaming. They said, "Sit down. That's stress. What is it?" And she still wasn't getting better. And somebody got her the water. She came, took the water. She said she slept that night like a baby and woke up the next day and checked. I think her blood sugar had come down to, her BP had come down to about 130 something over 93 or thereabout. If I had just this evening, if you go to your different WhatsApp groups, you'll get that video posted there. So these things, people get to say, that means the water heals. I said, no, the water does not heal. People say the water cure. I said, please, you are forbidden from using the word. Kangen water truly is touching life, TLT. Truly touching life. I said, no, it does not cure, it does not heal. They said, some people are having these testimonies, diverse testimonies we keep having every day. I said, simple. what we had explained at first. Those of us that saw the demo, what is happening is simply raise the water raise the human body for the human body to heal itself. The human body has the power to heal itself. But by our lifestyle, we are acidifying the body and weakening the body's possibility to actually heal itself. So it is not Kangen water healing, it's your human body healing itself. Kangen is creating the right environment for the body to respond. So when people come and say, can it cure pimples? Can it cure this? Please, we don't use the word cure here. At best, it's water, right? Whether you are sick or you are well, you drink water. Whether you are rich or you are poor, you drink water. We're only just saying, okay, you know what? It's a more premium water. But trust me, everyone that experienced the water has a story to tell. This is why we are so excited to be sharing this week in, week out, whether in person or online like this. So we've just spoken about Kangen water. We still have clean water. Please do not use your Kangen water to take medically prescribed drugs. They extract these drugs very fast, just like we saw in the third demo, okay, the microcluster. It will pull the drugs into your system very in seconds. And most of these medical drugs have come into the body as slow release. We have Dr. Mike here joining us from the US. He's a medical doctor. I was in Aba with him also. And so you rather use your clean water, which is why if you have the machine, get your clean water, take your drugs. 15-20 minutes later, you can go back to your Kangen water. If you are taking anything natural as supplements, you can take them with your Kangen water. So whatever you do with your clean water, water you had thought was clean, now you have a much more premium clean water. Then your beauty water is one that is better experienced than explained. This is the same pH for the human skin. This water is 4.5 to 5.5. It helps to relieve dryness. You feel this energizing effect. You have oily skin, it controls it, reduces dark circles, brightens your skin, refines your pores, moisturizes and makes your hair very lustrous. Those of us that have sensitive skin, like I traveled the last 2 weeks, I've been on the road. There are some persons, if they change environment, they change water, their skin will react. No, this water will help you. It reduces eye bag, it suits your skin after treatment. It relieves pimples and moisturizes and makes you, the water is just crazy. Like I said, it's more experience. Look for the closest center to you or the person that has the machine. Ask for beauty water. Put it on your hand. Just splash it on your hand. You will see your hand going supple within in less than a minute. It looks so soft, so fresh. And I tell people, imagine taking your bath with this water. This is one of the blessings of the Kangen machine. Then we have the strong Kangen water, which is 11.5. This is the water that Dr. Bobrai recommends for people with cancer, people with stroke, people with high acid in the body. Well, one of the ways we also use this water is for washing of our fruits and our vegetables. Coming from the north have lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. I still had people talking to me today. Did you get PF from us from Jos? I said, I wasn't coming home straight. I was still going to Zaria and Kaduna. It would have gotten bad before I get back to Lagos. But you see, how do you wash your fruit and vegetables? For many of us, we use water. Some people say they add salt. Others say they add apple cider vinegar. Well, let me take you back to the lab and let's show you one more way that you can probably increase the washing of your fruit and vegetables. So this is sesame oil. Okay, it could be any oil. It could be your red oil, your granite oil. And all of us that eat, our Igbo brethren that eat all those abacha oil and they put those oily things like that. It's acidic. Now take our tap water, pour it into this oil. Your elementary science comes to come alive. Oil and water don't mix. You can see that now. But let's see our 11.5 at work here. By the time you turn your 11.5 into this, ladies and gentlemen, what do we see there? We discover it looks like milkshake. It looks like as if it's Bonvita. This is water breaking oil. It's called emulsification. Imagine those with cholesterol, high cholesterol in the body, and you were just to take a sip of this, and it goes in to coagulate the oil and get it out of the body. Now, like I said, we use this for our fruit and our veggies. So this is cherry tomato. It could be your vegetables, it could be your apple, it could be whatever you want. So we use our tap water, we use our 11.5. 3 minutes enough to wash this out. Normally, when we wash our fruit, know if it's clean, we rinse them out, right? So let's take a look. So this is us rinsing out the one with our tap water. And if it comes out clean, just like as it is, you would have thought, oh, it's okay. You would have started munching and using that fruit for the intended purpose. But let's see what comes out using our 11.5. Same fruit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no green tea. Green tea is not made from tomatoes. This is pesticide. This is herbicides. And you remember the sites as that insecticides, which other sides, pesticides, all the sites has to do with something being dead. Now imagine having this chemical in this cup. If I had to give anybody to drink, you will say no, you will not. However, if I'd given you the fruit from the normal tap water we had washed, you would have eaten it. Unknown to you, this chemical or this whatever it represents, these pesticides are still on the fruit. Let's even have imagine that you are trying to prepare a smoothie and you said, you know what, you bought all these tomatoes and you said blend it, I just want to have a smoothie drink, a tomatoes drink. I hope you know all this poison that we've just seen right now will be inside the smoothie. Do you now think you're actually enhancing your health or poisoning yourself? The more unknown to you. Why is that so? When the farmer is planting their crops, and again, we are coming to the rainy season, if you're in Nigeria, you will discover to preserve the crop, they spray oil-based pesticides. They use oil-based so that it will stick. Now, when they harvest these crops and they send them into the market, do they remove these chemicals? No, they don't. And you just use your water to rinse. Water does not remove oil. You add salt. Salt is positioned to kill the bacteria, but your salt does not remove the oil. This is why you need our 11.5. Now, when they spray these things, they get maxed up. If it is not safe for them to breathe, now imagine, is this safe for you to eat? I believe you have the answers already. So imagine from today, cleaning your fruits and your vegetables with our 11.5 water, and amongst other uses that you can use the water for. Finally is the 2.5. These are strong acidic water. This water is also coming out from the machine. Very strong disinfecting power. You can use it to sanitize your knife, your cutting board, your dish towel. You can disinfect your hands. You can disinfect your toothbrush. Many of us on this call, our toothbrushes are in our restroom, and that's the headquarters for the manufacture of bacteria. People don't know why they're having periodontal disease issues, inflammations of the gum, blood, and all those things coming out from your teeth. You may not even have tied it to your toothbrush and where it's kept in the toilet, because the bacteria are feasting on it. If you did any form of biology, you know when you want to culture something, you just add water. So for you, you just use your tap water, you wash your brush. When does tap water remove bacteria? You really think you are helping yourself. Now you know what to do better using the 2.5. In 30 seconds, this water kills all known E. coli, bacteria, mold, staff, all in 30 seconds. I mean, I was just checking something. It's a list of things it kills in 30 seconds or less, verified. So it's very, very potent. You should have it in your house. With your Kangen water, you can even treat things like eczema, because it sterilizes the place, kills any germ trying to come around this place, and dries it. And you see the vesicles are getting dried. This is even for psoriasis. The weather is getting hot or cold. Children and many people are breaking this, having psoriasis and coming up on their body. Well, just take this and spray. You can see it just goes there, kills the bacteria, does not allow them to flourish, and it dries out of the skin. This man had this condition for 11 years. It's actually a male nurse in the hospital, but this was just 60 days. Drinking Kangen water and apply the 2.5 on the skin, and you can see the skin begins to come back alive. This is Susan from Singapore. You can't have this kind of conditions and you can smile, but this is just 8 weeks of using the water. Now Susan can smile again. We have, like I said, numerous testimonies. More are still coming. One of the places that looks like a harvest field of testimonies for me right now is Jos. I mean, I'm on their platform, so I see what is happening. I'm seeing too, and I'm so excited for them. I'm excited. The northern atmosphere, you know, it's the just it can still be a cool place, but even other parts of the north, they don't take enough water, they don't hydrate enough. I'm not talking of a place like, I think I was reading something this morning that there is cholera outbreak in Lagos and different places like that. Guys, these things are important in our day-to-day life. So I don't know who is here and who is on this call. If you have followed us so far, do you see value? If you see value in what we've just spoken about, please give me a 3 in the chat and let's see who is here. Give me a 3. Give me a 3 if you're following and you see value. You see value. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of, Fatima. Fatima Ibrahim. Is this the Fatima that brought people with keke? There's a Fatima I met, very interesting, energetic, full of life lady in Jos. I mean, she was coming to the meeting and saw people in the tricycle. She moved everybody in the tricycle to the venue. I mean, so I don't know whether this is the Fatima, but thank you. Pastor Sebasi says there's value. Fatima says they say Vankibi, there's value. Oh, my MC, there's so much value. Austin, there's value. LOP, there's value. Mami Mentie, there's value. Yes. Desaumi, okay, that's value. Elizabeth Tibil, there's value. Yes. Oh, this is the Fatima. Interesting. Good to have you join us, ma'am. Okay, so there's value. I see Mr. Michael, I think he was the first person in the room tonight. He's now seeing value. I hope this Yemi is Pastor Yemi. I'm seeing value. Okay, seeing value. Mrs. Godwin, and that should be Mrs. Godwin from Enugu, I guess. That's value. Onaji, Cecilia is seeing value. And so much value. Ladies and gentlemen, this is valuable. I'm telling you, people, Nigeria buy things on price, not on value. But first of all, once you see the value in this, then you understand where we are going with this. So let's continue and show you where this value is leading us to. I tell you, this is the best gift for your family. If anything has to do with your health, it's not an expense, it's an investment. And today, we have this, and remember, these are not just mentioned, these are medical devices. Medical devices don't come cheap. You don't buy medical device for 5,000 naira or 10,000, even 100,000. Medical graded devices. So these are medical devices. This is what we call a K8, a high-end product. This one, we call it Kangen 8. It speaks 8 languages. It has 8 solid titanium platinum plates. This machine is a touch screen. This version has a global switch. Take it from Nigeria to the US. You don't need a step-down transformer. It will switch to their own voltage. You bring it there to Nigeria, it will switch to our Nigerian voltage. Very powerful, produces 6 liters of water in 1 minute. It's a go-to. I mean, if you can, I'll tell you, go for this. Pastor K is just selling so much K8 because he understands the value and he's seeing the value and communicating that. So this K8 is a superior crafted device at 6,235,000 naira. And I tell people this is extremely cheap because, again, Nigeria is the market with the cheapest price. They are even using 1,300 naira to the euro. How many of us know euro is not selling for 1,300? So Nigeria has the cheapest in the world right now. So for 6,235,000 naira, you can get this not for you, but for the entire family. Somebody says, but this sounds expensive. I said, compared to what? Let's imagine what it will feel like not to renew that expensive prescription drugs. Since November or December last year, Mr. Olajide, the one that had the prostrate that dropped from 24 to 0.7 in 6 weeks, he had only been to our center to get to experience the water just once this year. At least in my own, I've been following just about once. Now, this was somebody that was spending 517,000 naira every single month. Every single month. Now he doesn't need to renew that. I have multiple testimonies of people that don't need to renew that. There was a young man in Jos. He just came and said, I think his was also BP. He said, I'm off it. I said, when he started taking it, he said just about 2 weeks ago. He said he can see the result. I'm off it. So imagine people having this kind of story. What about the side effect? So let's even say the lady whose husband had cancer, And even the doctor said, we can't treat you again. Go home. 31 radiation in 31 days. And multiple sessions of chemo. And the doctor says, you can't take again. Left for dead. The side effect. And now, just within 24 hours, they are seeing the energy in the body. They are seeing things reverse. Think about that and you think that is expensive. And you see, all the money that they've spent on that man, no other family member can take his medication. He's the only one. But imagine they were able to get the machine. Who can take water from the machine? Every family member, everybody in his neighborhood, church member, mosque member, whatever, people can come experience it. This is a multiple use for everybody. Let's even imagine how you will feel if you had more energy. And this is what led me to this, because back in 2022, I was just losing energy. My energy was just dropping as if a plane dropping off the sky. I wake up 6 o'clock, by 8 o'clock, I'm out of energy. I had to be referred to go and have a full body checkup, which I had. Things weren't changing. And that was just when I had my first sip of Kangen water. And ladies and gentlemen, that one sip is why I'm still talking here today. Energy back, bouncing, running around, having 2 weeks stop and coming back. And you know what? I came back yesterday. I loaded myself with so much water yesterday and today. Less pain, or financially, finally you lose that weight. I see people say, you know what? My waistline is coming down. I'm losing weight. I'm feeling lighter. What will it feel like to feel healthy again? I hope you know when you are healthy, you feel it. You know. These are the stories we are sharing here. If you do not even say, okay, I don't want the K8, I don't have enough money for the K8, go for our flagship product, the SD501. This is 4,837,500. And listen, is a lifetime machine. This machine is patented to even clean itself. Whether you are going for the K8 or you are going for the SD501, is priceless. Only medical grade machine out there in the world. ISO certified 13485. Very important you go and do your research. When people come and tell you we have this, our own can produce this, ask them, say medical device. Is it certified? Producing 11.5 and 2.5. Oh, I know you have a bottle you can shake. Please shake out 11.5 from it. You can't. Shake out 2.5 from it. You can't. Okay, put water and shake out pH of 7 out from it. You can't. Guys, it's not the same thing. This is why Dr. Bob Wright calls it the Rolls Royce of all water ionizers. And this year makes it 30 years for these home use devices. And those that were created 30 years ago. Remember, Japanese is longevity, quality, originality. This is what we're exposing you to. So in case you see the need, I need to have this. When I saw this and I experienced the water, I knew I needed to have this machine. And gratefully today, I have the machine. So you can get the account number if you are in Nigeria. This is the account number, screenshot it, or ask whoever invited you so that you can pay in, connect with them, and they get your machines for you. If you're outside Nigeria, still reach out to the person who invited you. We have a Euro account, we have a dollar account, and you can pay, and all of things will be done. When we join, we make payment, and we wait for about 2 weeks to even get the machine. Today, you can make your payment today. That is public holiday though in Nigeria, June 12th. Tomorrow, your machine can be on its way down to your location. This is how fast people are getting their machine. People walk into the office, make their payment, the papers are done, and they walk out with their machine, because now Nigeria has an office. So let's talk about how you can turn your water to wine. How you can turn your water to wealth. Just give me 10 minutes and to be a wrap. Warren Buffett said something that I like. He said, whatever you like to do, make it a hobby. Whatever the world likes to do now, you make it a business. The energy business has its own marketing plan. 100% optional. You don't need to do this. You can enjoy your water, sing kumbaya. However, understand that anyone who drinks water here is a prospect. The company is 50 years, it's not on trial. It's not something, well, let's see if it will work. It has been around for 50 years. The energy business, there's no monthly qualification. There's no stocking, there's no loading, there's no inventory, no annual renewal. There's no authorship here. There's accumulative sales, international borderless sponsoring. You can stay here and sponsor anybody in any part of the world. They buy the machine. and you are rewarded for it. The market is very on top. But you see, what actually blew me off was a patented plan, because this reward model has not been altered in 30 years. 30 years, they have not changed the compensation plan. Many of us have been part of different projects. You join in the morning, they change the plan in the evening. You join in January, by January ending, they've changed the plan. They never change the plan in your favor. It's always in their own favor. Energic has not altered this plan. As a matter of fact, they patent it not to be altered, protecting them and protecting you. So whatever you see is what you will get. This business model is unlike anything else in the direct sales industry. Now, when we say direct sales, it tells you it's not your traditional network marketing model, because some of us are used to this bring to. It's okay. Good, bad, ugly models, people have varying say. But we run here a direct sales model. You come in, you get your machine, you have an ID, and you can be using your machine. But hey, some of your friends come to experience the water and they like it, they want to buy the machine. The company does not sell machines to them. You will ask who referred you, who gave you this information. Now they get that ID, they will register. This is what we call direct sales. They have reached out to their own circle of influence. That's what we call indirect sales. When you add up your direct sales plus your indirect sales, now you have what we call group sale. So group sale is not the sale you made alone, it's everybody's sale in your tribe. So let's talk about the types of commissions you get. I mean, basically, there are a lot of about 10 ways the company rewards you, but we will not be talking about all of that. We'll just dwell on just one. We'll call it the 8A or the 8-point commission. Using our flagship product, the SD501, for example, in Nigeria is 4,837,500. 2 million naira is set aside and split into 8 parts. Now, that 2 million naira divided by 8 gives you one piece as 250,000. So we call it 1A. So it's like a pizza wheel. Every pie you take is 250,000 naira. Now, how does it work? How do you get your machines for free? In fact, as a matter of fact, how many of us on this call you would like to get your machine for free? Give me the word 2 on the chat. If you would like to get your machine, let me show you how to get your machine for free, because in a time in which we are, guys, if you can get this machine for free, it will be lovely. I got mine for free. Yeah, Fatima, I'm very, very sure. Pastor say free. Austin, okay, free. You will get your machines for free. So pay attention to what I'm about to say, because this will show you how that works. And like I told you, 30 years, they have not altered it. So basically, this is how it works. The first person who buys a machine from you, you get paid 250,000 naira if you are in Nigeria. If you are not in Nigeria, you're in any other African country, you get paid in euro. It's 205 euros, okay? If you are in the US, they have their own dollar value, they pay you. Now, if you are in Nigeria, it's 250,000 naira for the first person who buys a machine through you. Now, you are a 1A rank member. You sell your second machine, it's still 250,000. So you've made a sale of 2 machines, and you've made 500,000 naira just selling 2 machines. How much do they say is minimum wage? They are still fighting, okay? Whether 60,000, they call off the strike, they added 2,000, urgent 2K to it, so 62,000. So if all I could do was sell 1 machine a month and I make 250,000, I think the labors of our heroes past shall not be in vain then. 500,000 naira just selling 2 machines. But guess what? By the time you make your third sale, instead of 250,000, you are paid 500,000 just for that third sale alone. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 sales, and now we're having 1 million naira just for 3 sales. 1 million naira just for 3 sales done. So even if you are paid for your machine, you are seeing that your money is coming back. Now, if you move to the next rank of 3A, what makes you a 3A is when you have 10 cumulative group sales. Remember the word cumulative, I said it's everybody. In fact, the 3 people under you can go ahead and sell 8 machines, 10 machines. You already have 10 and above. That qualifies you as a 3A to earn 750,000 naira. When you have your next direct sale, will activate. Rather than you collecting 500,000, now you start earning 750,000 naira on that leg. You become a 4A when you have a cumulative of 20 sales, just 20 sales. People are writing proposals to banks, to organizations, I don't know, churches, religious centers, and Just 20 group sales in your under your organization, you are a 4A now, you are earning ₦1 million per sale of this machine. And you become a 5A when you have 50 group sale. And please, from the 10 to 20 is not fresh 20, it's just cumulative. It does not flush. So it's not fresh 20, it's just an added 10 sales. For you to go from 4A to 5A is not fresh 50 sales. It's a continuation from where you stop, where it was 23, 24. Once it gets to 50, you are a 5A. Now you are earning 1,250,000 naira per sale of the machine. And when you become a 6A, that's as a result of having accumulated 100 sales in your organization. Now you're earning 1,500, 1.5 million naira per sale of machine with your next direct sale that is activated for that payment. But let me bring this to life. So let's take an example because I see Mr. Mike, he was the first person, so I would like to use Mike here. So Mr. Mike comes in here and he talks to Tom. Tom is his first sale. Tom is his 1A. So for Tom, Mr. Mike will make 250,000. So Mr. Mike also makes a sale of this to Shade. Now, Shade is the second sale. Shade will still be 1A because your first two persons are 1A. That's still another 250,000. Mr. Mike makes a third sale to MM. MM is the third person, and we said your third sale is a 2A. And how much is 2A? 500,000. Three sales, Mr. Mike has made ₦1 million. Okay, good. But you see, Tom goes ahead to sell a machine to Grace. Mr. Mike didn't make this sale, but Mr. Mike will still earn 250,000 naira. Wow, yes. Grace goes ahead and sell a machine to Pearl. Mr. Mike will still earn 250,000. Pearl goes ahead and sell a machine to Arthur. Mr. Mike will still go ahead and earn 250,000 till he gets to the 8th generation. So I've just seen that Mr. Mike may not even have known Grace, Pearl, or Arthur, but as they keep selling, he's still earning as if he brought them directly because that's the same thing as Tom. Now, Mr. Mike is so excited, he goes ahead to share with Eno, and Eno buys a machine. Now, some people say, well, Eno should be on a 3A, and I said, no. Once it is sub 10, it's still 2A. Because when you calculate, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a total of 7 sales. It's not up to 10. That means it's not 3A. So as a 2A, he's still entitled to 500,000. Now, Eno goes ahead and make a sale of this machine, maybe just like I had a tour of the North, Ali, Abu, and Annie. Now, with Ali buying the machine, Eno is having his or her first sale. That means Eno is earning 250,000. But guess what? Mr. Mike will be earning 500,000. But the person that brought in Ali earned 250, yes, because your first sale is 250. That's how it's structured. But because Ali is on a 500,000 leg structure, shop, line, Mr. Mike collects 500,000. Eno makes a sale to Abu, Eno will earn 250,000 because that's his or her second sale. Like your first two persons are always 1A. But you see, for Mr. Mike, that's 500,000 because it's already on the leg for 500,000. Now Eno makes a third sale. Now Eno is qualified for 500,000. But guess what? Mike also gets 500,000. Ladies and gentlemen, have you seen how Mike is just earning 500,000 even though you only brought in Eno? Now, if you calculate all these sales, this is a total of 10 sales. Any sale made by Mr. Mike after the 10th person or more, because I can have 20 persons until I make my personal sale, the next rank does not start counting for you. So once he makes his next personal direct sales, now is a 3A rank. And how much is that? 750,000. But let's come back and say Annie sees this and talks to Bob, and Bob buys a machine. Mr. Mike will earn 500,000. Annie goes ahead and sells to Ben. Mr. Mike will earn 500,000. Annie talks to Bob, who buys a machine. Mr. Mike will earn 500,000. Bob reaches out and sells to Joe. Mr. Mike will earn 500,000. Bob reaches out and sells to Jack. Mr. Mike will earn 500,000. Bob reaches out and sells to John. Mr. Mike will earn 500,000. It's so crazy because Mr. Mike may not even know these lines of people buying, but it's just why it's a 500,000 shop. Like the Igbo guys will say, "It is my second shop." These are his second shop. Now, if you count from John, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 sales have been made under Eno. 500,000 times 10 is already 5 million. That's more than the cost of your machine. And guess what? MM has not even moved because this can also be replicated under MM. Sade has not even sold. Tom and the gang, they've paused. And this could have even been happening under Chooks, which is a higher earning. Even the Eno structure, it is an Ani and that was that are even moving. Abu has not moved. Ali has not moved. Everything happening under Ani could as well be happening under Ali and happening under Abu. What do you think Mr. Mike will just be earning? 500,000 naira. This is so crazy. When I saw this, it blew my mind. And this is why we can go around to support and help everybody to succeed. Because once you have 20 sales, if you have 20 group sales, now like Tony, it's a million naira, 20 group sale. Now imagine Tony also now begins to go down. And Mr. Mike, just keep earning a million naira. By the time you now have 50 group sales, what do we have there? We're having 1,250,000 naira per sale of machine. And when you don't have 100 group sale in your organization, from the 101 till infinity for Mr. Mike, he keeps earning 1.5 million naira. Ladies and gentlemen, if in the month of July, Mr. Mike is already a 6A and is able to sell just 10 machines, he has made 15 million naira directly. If those 10 persons were to also sell 10 machines within that same month or the next month, he has also made another 15 million naira. What happens to the 5A leg? What happens to the 4A 1 million leg? What happens to this? You see, listen, this when we said multiple streams of income, you've just opened multiple streams. Any leg that any activity happens, you just have a deposit coming your way. This is so powerful. Now, this is crazy. Yes, Elizabeth, this is crazy. It's crazy. And like I said, they have not changed this in 30 years. 30 years, they've not altered this plan in 30 years. It is patented, it cannot be changed. When you become a 6A, they also give you $3,000. Remember, your earnings even coming in naira, but now thank you for becoming a 6A, which is not a solo effort, it's everybody's effort. They give you $3,000. I understand dollars right now is about 1,500 if you're operating from Nigeria. That's about 4.5 million extra coming your way. Now, you help two people in your organization to also become 6A like you. You become a 6A too. Now they give you $6,000. Help to, and listen, these are raw dollars. They don't do points. There is no pointing system in there. So, okay, we'll convert the 6,000 by our own points. No, these are payable to your domiciliary account. Domiciliary account. If you are in Nigeria and somebody registers outside Nigeria and buys the machine, maybe in South Africa, in Kenya, in Ghana, they don't pay you in naira, they pay you in euro. So if the exchange rate, before the government come after me, I'm not saying naira should not come down or naira should not go up. But hey, if you earn in hard currency, you'll be grateful. So they are creating a portfolio, a mixed portfolio. You can earn in naira, you can earn in euro, you can earn in dollars. Just two persons becoming 6A like you becoming 6A too. Help two people to become a 6A2 like you. You are a 6A2-2. They don't do gold, silver, platinum, crown. This is their own nomenclature. Just helping two persons, you are a 6A2-2. Now they $1,000. Help two people to come to where you are. I think I'm still having. So help two people to become a 6A2 like you. Now you are a 6A2-3. This is your minimum point you want to strive for. Why? When you become a 6A2-3, they give you $25,000 once off. Then they place you on $5,000 monthly for life. 5,000 monthly for life. This is 30 years. It has not changed. People have been receiving this every single month for life. Okay? Why? You are a 6A2-3. They give you $5,000 every month, give you $25,000 one-off, and this is not part of your commission because there is no way people will rank up to the 6A2-2. That means activities are happening at the various legs. Those your naira commissions are coming, legs are moving, more millions, and now you're getting paid in dollars. Just help two persons in your organization to also become 6A2. Okay. So help people to become 682-3, you go to a 682-4. Now you are getting $50,000. And I think I know what to do. Let me put it so that that won't happen again. So help two people to become a 682-3, you become a 682-4. Now they give you $50,000 and they now move it to $10,000 monthly for life. Imagine that. Help two people in your team to go to 682-4, you go to 682-5. Now they give you $100,000 and they place you on 15,000 monthly for life. Guys, this is not your commission. This is just bonus every single month, just for helping two persons. And if you go online, you see people 6810-5, 6814-5. That's even more money coming to them, because every activity means something is happening in the leg. Help two people to go to a -5, you go to a -6, $200,000. Now you are placed on 20,000 for life. Help two people to go to a -6, you go to a -7. The rank does not end. People are already on 6A2-7 and they are still pushing to 6A2-8. And all of this has not been altered in 30 years. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what is on offer. This is why we say when you drink, you can become rich. This is why I titled this Drink and Grow Rich. What do? Use the product, drink the water, get the machine, refer the product to others. I'm seeing multiple testimonies. Please understand, the aim is not water. The aim is people getting the machine in their houses. Because as people are getting the experience of the water, many people want to install the machines in their house. And as they are doing that, you are also now making money. So use the product, refer the product to others, gather customers, and you can build a team. Many people started building a team not intentionally. They bought the machine for personal use, started seeing the effect. Friends came to their houses, drank the water, saw the effect, bought the machine, and they found out they were paid. Another friend bought, they were paid. They said, wow, what is happening here? I'm drinking water. I have the machine for the rest of my life. All my family can make use of this, and I'm getting paid. You can't tell how far this can go. This is why we truly say that if you change your water, you will change your life. Too many real testimonies. Testimonies here are crazy. I mean, we are short for time. I would have opened it up. Or perhaps if anybody has a testimony to say, just raise your hand up or type. I'll open you up to share your testimony. If you have one that you feel is worth hearing, you've just taken the water, something is happening to you, or you know somebody you've given the water to, and something, so that people know these things are no fake. We're having tremendous testimonies coming from people experiencing this. So if you want to share your story, or you have a story, a testimony, either raise your hand up or type in the chat room, and I will let you do that. Because these are no hype. I tell you, this is one thing that we don't hype. 10 people, 10 different testimonies. It's crazy. So you can truly change your water and you can change your life. If you are a guest on this call, I will encourage you to please get back to the person who shared this information with you, who invited you to come join. Probably that, because I am sharing the information, right? But somebody invited you, so you are not reaching out to me. Go back to the person and say, listen, I've listened to that. I didn't see the guy because I don't want to turn on my camera. So they say, okay, is that fair boy, that dark guy? So you don't even know what I look like, but go back to the person who invited you. Let them show you how you can get this innovative water technology. We are not selling water. This is helping people to save life. It's a mission. We've seen too many testimonies to know that we are on a mission. So get back to the person that invited you. If the person is on the call, after the call, hook up with them. If the person is not on the call, reach out to them. And I think this is recorded, and we will find a way to also send the recording to the various WhatsApp groups, and so that you can also get to listen to this again. I know times are challenging. And some of us are saying, oh God, why wasn't it last year when I had money? Why wasn't it 3 months ago? I would have saved my mother. I would have saved. In fact, this is the repeated thing I keep hearing. Oh, I lost somebody 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago, 1 year ago, my father, my uncle, my sister. But you see, when life gives you lemon, This is why we are doing this. So you have the option to squeeze it into a glass of Kangen. Again, my name is Solomon James. I want to say thank you very much for being a part of this call. We've been away for 3 weeks and we are back. If you have a question, I will be opening up the room, or you can raise up your hand if you have a question, and I will open you up to ask your question. If you have a question, please raise your hand up or type it in the chat, and I will open you that up to take that. But while we're doing that, let me stop the recording so that we can have not so that we don't have a elongated recording for you to watch. I want to say thank you very much and God bless you.